Is this person the one? The one. I put that in quotes because what does it mean to have someone that's the one? I'm going to pull and answer this for you. And there's different ways, different options that you have to go about this. I'll give you some options. And then let's pull something and see what we get. Is this person the one? You know, this question is one of the most asked questions with tarot, and we were sure to include it here. Let me give you some options on how you could use this to go about and answer this for you. Maybe you want to do a situationship check. You want to know what you need, what they need, and how are you together. This is a great way to get some concise information, details, and then really take some time to journal about it and see how that applies to your situation. This is going to be in the first one. If we're in the second one, the dating one of the ones I had flagged was, are they here for the right reasons? What they say versus what they actually want. This one can be really helpful too. It's like, is this person the one? You know, they're saying all the right things. I hope and think that they're the one, but like, are they being truthful behind their words? Or, you know, do they have the capacity to really follow through in the way that I'm hoping? You know, this is going to give you some insight there. If we want to pull out of this predictive questions book, the future, this has two examples. One of these is very quick and clear. If you're like, look, I just want to pull one card and be done with it. We've got my person allegedly, right? Is this person the right one for me? We can pull a card and see, but there's a bonus pull. Is someone better around the corner? Right? Maybe this is good for now, but it's not actually like your end all be all person. This one is if you just want to do a quick one, but I actually think what we should do is let's dive a little bit deeper. We have this, here we go again. Is my partner part of my soul path or a karmic lesson? Okay, we've got multiple cards that we can pull. We have multiple questions that give you more clarity. And when you have very clear questions, you're going to get really clear answers that are going to paint like a full picture for you. And then you can write those answers down, really piece it all together. And if you're confused on exactly how to interpret these cards, you know, all our books do have very clear, straightforward definitions here in the back, including the reversals. You just flip like this, and then you can see the reversals. Sometimes, you know, it can be really confusing when we get like this big definition. It says all these things and it's like, I don't know, like just give me the gist of what the card means. This is going to give you the gist of what the card means. And I will say sometimes when we have trouble interpreting that card as it applies to like love and relationships, this has in the dating one, all the definitions are going to apply to love and relationships. So if you pull something, but what does that mean for the dating? How does that relate to dating and love? All of these cards can apply to dating and love, just like all the cards can apply to career or to spirituality. They can apply in a lot of ways. If you understand the gist of the card, then you can connect it in. But sometimes we need a little bit of help with that, and so we're going to try to offer that for you. But let me pull for you here. So if you have found this video, you want to get a card pull in, I hope that the cards that I pull to answer this are going to give you some information and insight for your situation. So let me move this candle out of the way so I don't get it. And then I think I'm going to use my mini deck for this one. Okay, this is I'm going to do a 6-card pull. Let's put my bookmark in here. All right, and let's see, these are, what's the purpose of this connection? What are we meant to learn together? Why does this feel familiar? What's different this time? Why do we keep coming back to each other? Where is this relationship going? Okay, I want to dive into this and see if I can get some more information for you and just get this card pulled going. What I would say is that when you're pulling for yourself and you're connecting with your cards. You know, you create that safe space that you use to do all your card pulls, and you grow that confidence of listening to your gut and intuition when you pull your cards. Grow that confidence in your ability to interpret things, you know, and trust it more. That's what we're here to provide the tools that are really going to help with that. I'm here to just show you how, and to show you that there are more than one way to answer a question that you have, you know, and just to help you build that confidence that you can pull for yourself. All right, but you are here. And thank you for that. And what I want to do is, if you're here because this question has found you, I want to get you some insight. So we're going to have a 1, 2, I like to keep it upright, 3, 4, because not everyone does reversals, and that's totally fine. I do, so I want to keep all my cards upright. Okay, here we go. So, okay, if we're trying to answer, is this person the one? I would really like to know what the purpose of this connection is and where this relationship is going. So this is just to give you some insight on how you can do this for yourself. But I would say, what is the purpose of this connection? Let's pull on this. Okay, so we're going to have this 5 of Swords. Oops. Oh my God. 5 of Swords reversed. Here's the 5 of Swords. Here's it reversed. Okay, and if you're like, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so we're just going to go back because this is the one that we're in. And I just want to show you, if you're like, I'm not really sure, we can go to the 5 of Swords, reverse, conflict, internalize. Okay, so it's, when you get this in a relationship, I wonder if you're asking because there's a lot of friction that's here. And I wonder if this friction is not being, I would say it's being held on in a way that, like, there's anger, resentment kind of built up inside, maybe past conflict from past relationships that hasn't properly been dealt with, coming over into this relationship. That can be really problematic if you don't deal with that. It can cause, you know, these relationships where it's like constant fighting. You know, really warped sense of reality because they're bringing past things in. Where is this relationship going, though? I think that really is the question that you want answered more than anything. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, you know what's interesting about this? When I get this 9 of Swords reverse, this is, again, internal, right? To me, it feels like that internal struggle. But again, let's go ahead and just show you, if you were here, you have the swords, you're doing a reversal for 9 of Swords. Okay, anxiety easing slowly. It's about like internalizing that, right? It's not something that's like happening to you right now, but it's something that you're processing. It's processing and moving through, just like this needs to be processed. So when I look at, is this person the one? You know, when I see this, this really feels like a relationship where maybe you're helping each other kind of deal with that. Maybe you can relate to some past trauma together and you're like, okay, I'm bringing this stuff in. We're not perfect people. You know, we're flawed people. Everyone is flawed. We come together, but we're helping each other process and slowly work through. And this is how we're really good for each other. And I just wonder, as this is allowed to move on more, if this can get to a healthy place. I hope so. But it does seem like there's some good help for each other happening right now. If you're able to ease that and kind of release that fear, release that past, kind of help. I mean, if you don't deal with it, you hold on to it, right? And so the best thing is to really face it, deal with it, and let it go. Let it go. So I would say, if you do have questions and you want more answers, you know, just have the courage, grab a deck, you know, pick a spread, pull the card and deal with it. Thanks for joining me today.